Good morning. Welcome to online class. We shall continue with some more models in this class. First one is ought to. We use ought to say what we think is the right thing to do. We use ought to say what we think is right thing to do. With the help of an example, let us try to understand this. You ought to be more attentive in class. You ought to be more attentive in class. So I think his being more attentive in the class is the right thing to do. So I used ought to indicate that it is the right thing for you to be more attentive in the class. So you ought to be more attentive in the class means being more attentive in the class is the right thing to do. Then advise someone or recommend something to someone. Give an advice or recommend something to someone, it's good to do. Mitosh ought to leave now if he wants to reach home in time. It can be a recommendation. Mitosh ought to leave now if he wants to reach home in time. It can also be an advice. So, reach, leave now so that Mitosh might reach home in time. So, for that we used ought to indicate that it is a recommendation. Another function is to talk about something expected or likely to happen. When we are sure, means something we expect or there is the high possibility is there of something to happen, then we use ought to. Sohini ought to have reached home by now. Sohini ought to have reached home by now. So there is the possibility is high that by now Sohini have reached home. So to indicate that high possibility, we used ought to. Now the negative form of ought to is ought not to, and the contracted form of ought not to is oughtn't to. So we with ought we use to, whether in the affirmative or in the negative. So ought alone does not give any meaning, but when we use to along with ought, then it gives meaning. So in the negative form also, to cannot be avoided. Ought to, ought not to. In the contracted form, oughtn't to. Next, need. Need is used to give an advice. Manoj needs to arrange all the shelves in his room. Manoj needs to arrange all the shelves in his room. Here, need, this sentence is written in the form of an advice. So here, instead of saying that you should or it is compulsory or it is a necessity that you should arrange your shelves in the form of an advice. It is instructed to Manoj that he should arrange his shelves. So Manoj needs to arrange all the shelves in his room. Then, so used asana, need is used here, asana, to indicate advice. Then, need is also used in the negative form, need not, to state something is not necessary. Need in the affirmative form is used to say something is needed, something is necessary. But in negative form, need not is very commonly used to show necessity. There is no necessity of doing something. For that, we commonly use need not. State something is not necessary. You need not pay the hotel bill now. So, it is not necessary that you pay the hotel bills now. So, not necessary, to show that need not is used. So, when we use need not, means it is not necessary. So, you need not pay the hotel bill now means it is not necessary for you to pay the hotel bill now. So, these are all about modals and their uses. So, to summarize up to now, we have discussed almost all the modals: will, shall, can, could, may, might, must, should, would, ought to, and need. And we also learned their functions. In several cases, several modals have same function. So there we can, according to our conscience, we can use any modal according to our likeness. For example, we saw can, could, and may. All these three modals are used for asking permission. And there, can we saw is informal way of asking permission. And it is not so polite way of asking permission. But could and may are formal and they are more polite than can. In the case of formal way of asking permission, you can either use may or could. So like this, in all those cases where many modals have the same function, in that case, according to our likeness, we can use any modals in our sentences. So this is all about modals. Thank you, everyone.